Welcome back to Underground Sports Talk. I'm Alex.
I'm Jordan.
And today we have the top 5 quarterbacks with the most to prove in this year's playoffs.
All right. Coming in at number 5, we have one of Alex's favorite players of all time, Sam Darnold.
Boom. Where you got that from?
What do you got to say about Sam Darnold?
He's getting darn old.
Ooh.
And, I do like that he's seen ghosts and when he was on the Jets.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That's true.
I didn't know he could see ghosts.
That's true. But he did have a rough start to his career with the ghost stories and everything like that. But when he got to Minnesota last year, had a great season. And then they got to the playoffs, led them to the playoffs, the Vikings, overachieving team, and just laid an egg, stunk it up. PU. All right. And then he gets to go to Seattle, makes his money, getting paid pretty well, and leading this team to possibly a number 1 overall seed in the NFC.
They're in contention.
They are in contention. They're right up there. And if he goes into the playoffs this year and lays another egg, I think at that time, people are going to be looking at him like, I don't know if this guy can get it done. Seahawks might need to move on from him because that defense is great. They have a great young receiver over there. So he has everything he needs. So that's number 5. Who do you have at number
4? We got Aaron Rodgers. Just kidding. Number 4, we have Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love has some stuff to prove. And, to the haters, he's been starting for how many years? It's been about
3rd year starting.
Third year starting. Okay.
Sorry, I just saw Saquon just take it to your house.
And the expectations were for him to, take over for Rodgers and play at that caliber. And that's a lot to ask of a young man. But hey, as a Packer fan, we're going to hold him to it as well. We expect greatness, and I think a lot of people do expect him to do better. He did win that playoff game against the Cowboys, and then, we were 1 and done last year. I think Jordan Love has a lot to prove before people start asking questions.
True that. So that's number 4. At number 3, we have Justin Herbert. Now, he has had pretty good career. Hasn't really led to any playoff success at all. Doesn't have a playoff win. And but I would say in the first part of his career, he didn't really have a good team. You know what I mean?
That's
so
true.
I think the team that they have this year, I think he has a heck of a team. Coaching's great over there now. And, he's been through a lot of coaches too. That's another thing. But again, if you're going to be a great in the league, you got to do it in the playoffs when it matters. It looks like he'll get to the playoffs this year. So let's see what he does.
Yeah, he always seemed to have came up a little bit short. But let's see how he does with Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City possibly not being out there in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're not in here. Number 2.
Yeah, what you've been looking for all day.
Aaron Rodgers. This is an old man. No, obviously he's been in the league for a very, very long time. Since I was in diapers. No, I was in middle school. Well, I was still in diapers, but no, he's been in the league for a long time. Obviously, won the Super Bowl with the Packers when he was a 27-year-old, a nice spry 27-year-old. He's now 42, 43.
I think he's 41.
41? Okay.
He's old.
Aaron Rodgers, he's now 41 years old. He's been trying for it, the last few years with the Packers. It didn't work out. He came very close quite a few times towards the end of his
42 years old.
Aaron Rodgers is 42 years old. All right. So I don't know why I said 44. I think that's Tom Brady's age. I'm losing it here. But he came close a few times towards the end of his Green Bay Packers career. Went over to the Jets. That was supposed to be a huge thing. He ran out on the field and just injured himself pretty much.
Day one.
from day one, and it just was not good the following year either because it's just the Jets. Now he's on a team that can win a Super Bowl. They can make a deep run in the playoffs. Let's just see if they do it. Not to mention, I feel like Mike Tomlinson has a lot to prove as well. Not to mention, I feel like Mike Tomlin has a lot to prove as well, being a veteran head coach and not having really won anything since having a Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes. And you said that one.
Rodgers is the new Roethlisberger.
I agree. And so who can we have at the top of this list? We have none other than Patrick Mahomes' little brother, Josh Allen.
Oh,
Josh Allen has been spectacular in the regular season, dominating. One of the best quarterbacks, top 3 quarterbacks stat wise, since he entered the league. But he has not got to a Super Bowl.
that's true. He always seems to come up short in like a heartbreaking manner against Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, just like Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes probably not going to be in the playoffs this year. So, man, just a side note, I feel like one of these top most approved guys in the AFC are coming out of the AFC.
Oh, yeah. We got a few of them in the
Allen,
AFC.
Herbert, or Rodgers.
Yep. I agree. And, Josh Allen, he's 29 years old now. So he's getting up there. If you want to be known as a great, you got to have at least one Super Bowl. So, and you don't know, it's Buffalo. You don't know when you're going to have a good team. You don't know when you're going to have another cook.
You hate to see that legacy just go to waste.
Yep.
You hate to see all those tables go to waste. Bills fans slamming themselves on them.
Exactly.
To lose in the playoffs.
Let's see. So that's what we got. Coming in at number 5, we have Sam Darnold.
Number 4, we had Jay Love.
Number 3, we had Justin Herbert.
Number 2, we had a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers.
And number 1 most to prove quarterback is Josh Allen.
Boom. Forget that guy. Just kidding. Hey, this is Underground Sports Talk. See you in the next video.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.